What's going on YouTube? Aaron here, and in today's video we are diving into the breaking story coming out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, and that is the story of Saige Stiles. These are the videos from earlier this morning and this afternoon. This story kind of just broke. I saw Brian Enton's tweet just about an hour ago now, saying that 15-year-old Saige has been missing since this morning, saying that she told a friend she was being followed on her walk to school before disappearing, and that detectives now have found her backpack and cell phone. The Port St. Lucie Police Department also tweeted out that she was last seen walking to school this morning in the area of Southwest Darwin Boulevard and Southwest Belmont Circle. We're going to go into the maps here in a moment, and I'm going to show you guys exactly where she was in relation to the school that she was supposed to be going to today, Monday morning. It says that she did not arrive to school and is considered to be missing/endangered at this time. She's 5'5", roughly 120 pounds, brown hair, jeans, and a long sleeve shirt. Apparently, she has been seen on security camera footage and was not seeming to be in any sort of distress, not being followed, or so it seemed from the footage. That's also why and how they were able to get the description that she was in a long sleeve shirt. Being, considered missing and endangered at this time, I think is very accurate. A 15-year-old that is, if you find a 15-year-old cell phone and backpack and you don't find that 15-year-old, they are likely endangered, because we know how kids are with cell phones. They are usually attached at the hip. So for them to just find her cell phone is a little bit concerning. Let's listen to this video from WPBF 25 News here out of Florida. They're at the scene this afternoon.
And Josie, officers did already find some of Saige's belongings, right?
That's right, and we just got an update from Port St. Lucie Police. So just to give you an idea of what we know at this point, 15-year-old Saige Stiles, she was last seen around 7:30 in this area behind this neighborhood. This is the Trace community. Her backpack and her cell phone was left on this sidewalk around.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of bounce through this. Obviously, I'm going to show you guys the bigger picture in relation to the state of Florida. Port St. Lucie is down. I'm living in Florida for the year, but I don't know if I would consider this South Florida or not, or if this is central eastern Florida. It's on the east coast of Florida, down towards the southern part of the state, north of Miami, West Palm Beach, all of those cities down in South Florida. 2 hours from Miami, roughly, depending on the traffic. But this is the actual city, the area. This is kind of where I've identified they were at during this this interview, this little segment here. If I actually scroll back, you can see there's this little sign right here, and then this gate right here. If we look at this again, this is the little sign that is right next to her here. If we play this forward a little bit more, you'll see there's a red sign right here that is not in this image. This was back from February of 2021, but then they do show the house. You can see the green post here just past the gate. You can see those same green posts here, and then as they go up to the gate, you can see that the path is curving from the right to the left, and then there is a house with a little palm tree and an enclosed backyard area. Same thing here, curved sidewalk. There's the single palm tree, and if we actually zoom out, we can see that enclosed kind of area that is exactly right there.
Around 7:30 this morning, they say they saw her safe around that time. This is the Panther Trace community. It's about less than a mile away from Treasure Coast High School, and police say that her phone and her backpack were left behind. This was because she was on the phone with a friend. That friend said that Saige told her that she felt like she was being followed. She had concerns, and so that friend then called 911. When police came, that's when they found her belongings on that sidewalk. Now, Port St. Lucie Police and county sheriffs searched this entire area using helicopters and bloodhounds.
Okay, so quickly to show you how close she was to the Treasure Coast High School. I assume that that's the school that she was supposed to be going to. I would imagine she was walking down Southwest Tulip Boulevard. This, like I just said, is that sidewalk, that area that they just did the news footage from, where they found, near here, they found her backpack and cell phone. That is a 0.4 mile distance. I mean, she's right next to the high school here. She's 0.4 miles away. She was essentially there at this point. Thank goodness Saige was on the phone with her friend, and her friend was able to relay this information onto authorities that Saige was feeling like she was being followed. I mean, imagine how lost they would be in the search. I don't know how visible her, backpack and cell phone were near this area, if they were in the trees or just kind of along the sidewalk. But this at least gets them on the right foot, first. Obviously, there's probably way more to this story than what we know right now. Who is she friends with? Does she have a boyfriend or significant other? Is she in a problematic relationship? Like, what has led up to this point? But certainly what this seems like right now is somebody, stalking and kidnapping Saige Stiles. And that is 100% what it seems like as of right now. So at the very least, that is what has happened, or so it seems, based on the conversation with her friend. And yeah, hopefully this one, we have some answers very, very soon.
When a call comes out like this, every available officer, it's an intensive manpower, an intensive search. Okeechobee bloodhounds are coming from Okeechobee. It's an intensive search, and it's all hands on deck until we can find her.
Now, police say the circumstances surrounding her disappearance leads them to believe that she may be in danger. They say they are working on speaking to witnesses and reviewing camera surveillance systems nearby, additional footage that is nearby. We're told Saige's father and friend are both cooperating with police. Saige is 5'5", 120 pounds with brown hair. She was last seen wearing jeans and a gray long sleeve t-shirt. And police say that they will continue their search efforts. They have a heavy police presence in this neighborhood here behind me. They will continue to search throughout the day, and they will also have a heavy presence around Treasure Coast High School.
Okay, wow. So, I mean, you heard it there. Obviously, she was last heard from or seen on footage this morning at 7:30 a.m. So clearly a time that you would be on your way home, or on your way to school rather. And so her father and her friend are both cooperating. Obviously, the police are saying that the circumstances around her disappearance lead them to believe that she is endangered. Like I said, obviously she is endangered regardless of the situation. This is somebody that does not have their belongings, is now missing, and was telling a friend that she felt like she was being followed. This is definitely someone who is endangered. Speaking of the surrounding cameras and places, obviously, that they could be looking, it appears that right up by the high school, there is a Shell gas station. Now, I would imagine she was walking either from one of these neighborhoods or from this direction if she was heading towards the school. And so I don't know if she would have crossed paths with this Shell gas station to be on camera. However, whoever may have taken her, if that's what happened, could have passed and turned right here before coming down to this area where her phone and backpack were found. Now, she could have been coming from this direction on Darwin Road and made a right turn in an effort to get away from whoever she was being stalked by or followed by. However, you would think that you would just make a beeline for the school in an effort to seek some safety at the school, right? I don't know who she would have really run into going down this street. It's just a big residential street. I imagine that there's probably some traffic cameras potentially they could tap into, and potentially some security camera footage along some of these neighborhoods, even on some of these homes in this area. So I imagine, hopefully, the law enforcement's doing their due diligence in looking along this road, looking along these areas to see if anyone has, a Nest cam, a security camera, that's facing their pool or something that, that could be getting the road that she could have been walking along to get more information, a potential car, anything like that they could pick up on security camera footage obviously would be super helpful. But yeah, that's really all we know right now. I'm obviously going to be covering and continuing to follow along, hoping for the best with this case. Hopefully this is just a situation that, resolves quickly, that has a conclusion quickly, and that is a positive one. Obviously, we all know of the Naomi Irion case recently. This feels eerily similar, just because of the kind of stalkerish type behavior. I don't know what happened to Saige Stiles, but we have her friend saying that she was saying she felt like she was being followed. So it feels eerily similar. I hope we have a conclusion soon. With that said, I'm going to sign off for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.